So this is our third Sunday of Advent. As I stated earlier, Ryan told us on the first week to focus, to remain focused. Last week he talked about being in a wilderness, where if we're smart and we're in the wilderness, we'll try to focus. This week we're going to learn about the good news that was preached to the poor, and why we need to be filled with joy. This week's text comes from Matthew 11:2 through 11. So when John, who was in prison, heard about the deeds of the Messiah, he sent his disciples to ask Jesus, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else?" Jesus replied, "Go back and report to John what you hear and see. The blind receive sight, the lame walk. Those who have leprosy are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, and the good news is proclaimed to the poor. Blessed is anyone who does not stumble on account of me." As John's disciples were leaving, Jesus began speaking to the crowd about John. "What did you go out in the wilderness to see? A reed swayed by the wind? If not, what did you go out to see? A man dressed in fine clothes? No, those who wear the fine clothes are in kings' palaces. A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and more than a prophet. This is the one whom it was written, 'I will send my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way before you.' Truly I tell you, among those born of women there has not risen anyone greater than John the Baptist. Yet whoever is least in the kingdom is greater than he." There's a saying that the more you know, the more you don't know. And it speaks to our arrogance as humans. When I was in college, I had a professor, and one of his lessons was to try to explain why we often think that a person with lots of degrees is smarter than everyone else. And he went on to say that this is not actually true, because if you think about education, when you're in elementary school and middle school and high school, you get a very broad education. Lots of topics, lots of subjects, lots of things to learn. When you get into college and you're working through an associate's degree, it's still general education, it's broad. We get lots of different things put to us. But then they go, you need to pick a major. Now your focus shifts to one subject. And that's where you spend the bulk of your time, is in that one subject. And if you go on to get a master's degree in that one subject, you narrow down your focus. And you're only looking at a little bit of that subject. And if you then go on to get a PhD, you get laser focused on one thing. That's where you spend the next 2 to 4 years as you put your doctoral thesis together to look at this one topic. So the more education you get, the more pinpointed your focus becomes, so that you're missing all of these other things, all these changes in these broader areas. So when we learn, we start to get ideas, concepts, and we get a presence of where things are at. But when we've learned more, we often know less. In our lives, we can see these things. We learn, but we often believe something to be very specific and true. We learn to make assumptions, and we think our life is going along really well and everything's going right, but it's rarely how it actually goes. We can learn to believe about certain people, certain things that are often proven wrong when we get to know them. Some of our deeply held beliefs are sometimes shaken when confronted with tragedy or when someone we love walks a different road. Our unmet expectations can lead us to shaky ground. Our balance can be thrown off. How can what we've always believed to be true possibly be wrong? Have you ever been there? Have you ever had something confront your expectations or question your belief system so drastically that you began to wonder, what is true? This is where John is in our text today. John had these ideas about who Jesus was and what he was coming to do. He was anticipating a radical cataclysmic judgment for those that were not following God, for those who had oppressed the people of God. We can see this clearly that prior to Jesus' baptism, when John references in Matthew 3 an axe at the root of the trees, and says that the trees that don't bear fruit will be thrown into the fire. John was obviously waiting for this axe to fall. Yet in these verses, John is in prison. Instead of watching his enemies fall by the axe, he's waiting for the axe to fall on him. So he doubts. He wonders, have I been wrong? Is Jesus really the Messiah? So John begins to question whether Jesus is the Messiah. Keep in mind, John was the first to recognize the Messiah. While he was still in the womb, we saw in Luke that when Mary visits Elizabeth, at the sound of Mary's voice, the baby inside Elizabeth's womb jumps for joy. Yet, here's John, sitting in prison. He's wondering if the Messiah doesn't look the way that John thought he should look. Is Jesus still the Messiah? If Christ isn't working in his life or in the world the way he wanted him to, is he still the Christ? Now, John had heard what was going on. He heard what Jesus was doing. And it wasn't what John had expected. John was expecting this powerful, strong leader who was going to come in, overthrow the government, get rid of the people who've been oppressing them, and take everyone forward. But this isn't what he was seeing. This is also consistent with what the Jewish people were thinking. They were awaiting a political king. They were awaiting someone to come in and lead and be powerful. And they weren't seeing it. And they doubted and wondered. We saw in the story of the Magi that as they came, they went to Jerusalem. Why did they go to Jerusalem? Because that's where they expected the king to be. And when they stood there, they said, "Where's the king?" Even they were looking for someone, for freedom that they desired from physical oppression. During this time, we know that there was a lot of fear about King Herod. Herod Antipas was a jealous king. He murdered his family to stay in power. At Jesus' birth, he was so fearful, he decreed that he was going to have all the children under 2 killed. And here we are, 30 years later, when when Jesus comes before him, and he's still paranoid that Jesus and his followers are there to overthrow him. So all of these people were looking for a Messiah to come and take over a political role. And we see John sitting in prison. And why was he there? He was there because he was a prophet. He was outspoken. He spoke against King Herod and the fact that he had married his brother's wife. And again, it seems that John's faithfulness to his Lord and Savior has led him to prison. And he sits and he wonders. As I said, John was looking for an axe to fall, cut down all the unfruitful trees. But instead, all he hears about are healings and blessings. He's heard rumors about grace-filled works that Jesus is performing, and this is very different from political uprisings and the political change that he expected. It was very likely that John heard, in addition to the miraculous deeds that Jesus did, of this radical way of preaching that ran counter to what they believed the Messiah would be doing in establishing a kingdom. Now, I found that Matthew is an interesting book to explore, because after Jesus' baptism and his temptation in the wilderness, there are all these acts of mercy and healing. Matthew is the location of the Beatitudes. Instead of preaching about uprisings and overthrowing the governments, Jesus' words are about loving our enemies, about being meek, about being humble, counter to what everybody thought should have been going on. Jesus emphasizes that the peacemakers are the children of God and that the persecuted are blessed. It's also important to note that most of Jesus' preaching in these chapters is not criticism about those in power, but words of challenge for those who hear. It was a reworking of the law and a reconceptualizing of how things are in the kingdom of God. Despite what many believed, the kingdom of God is not about political gain, but a deep heart change that changes the lives of others in a real way. It's about loving God fully. It's about loving your neighbor fully. So how does Jesus respond to John's questions? Jesus reemphasizes the acts of mercy he's doing. He focuses on mercy, on blessings, on healings. The blind see, the lame walk. Lepers are healed, the dead are raised, and good news is preached to the poor. Jesus views these acts of mercy as proof of who he is. And yet John sat there and wondered. Again, Jesus is redefining the kingdom of God for John and for us. It's not about political gain and getting our way. It's not about seeing how we thought it should be. It's about mercy. It's about healing. And it's about wholeness. It's important to note that after Jesus lists these acts of mercy, he gives another beatitude. Blessed is anyone who takes no offense at me. This seems to emphasize the fact that his preaching about the kingdom is part of why John is struggling with the identity of Jesus. It's completely different It's counter to what he expected. It's counter to what the Jewish people expected. This emphasis is a direct and radical nature of how and what Jesus came to do. Not everyone is going to accept Jesus' words. He's told us time and time again, there will be a time of separation because not everybody hears. Not everybody sees. Some people are going to be offended by Jesus. They just are. This is obviously counter to what people thought of the Messiah and counter to who those people want to be and who they expected the Messiah to be. So as John's disciples are leaving, Jesus turns to the crowd and begins to discuss John with the crowd. The comparison that he makes to a reed is likely a direct comparison to Herod. Herod had an image of a reed on his currency. Herod was also royalty and in fine clothes. This continues the theme that while the people think they are looking for political help, this isn't truly what is at the heart of the matter. They entered the wilderness. Jesus questions why they entered the wilderness. They entered the wilderness because that's where the revelation from God has happened for the people. The Exodus is a key example of this. Prophets are often found in the wilderness. They find a prophet, not a king, in the wilderness. Prophets speak truth to power, but kings benefit from power. Prophets will challenge the status quo, whereas kings often create the status quo through control. If they weren't looking for a king in the wilderness, why are they looking for a king in the Messiah? The system is going to be challenged, but not in the ways of the world, just like the prophets challenge systems in different ways. This is not that different from how we're looking for a Messiah in our world. We often expect God to move in the ways we want Him to. We ask God to bless us in very specific ways, through money, through fame, homes, cars. What if God's blessings look more like the Beatitudes than material wealth? What if it's not that God isn't blessing us while He blesses others, but that our perspective is wrong? We question where God is in the midst of tragedy. But what if God is trying to show us that in the midst of the tragedy, He's there breathing with us? We often view God as being on our side. But what if instead God is asking us to completely reframe our thinking? Not around political systems or our gains, but around the kingdom of God. What if we are looking for political power, our own power, while God is asking us to change our hearts? What if He's asking us to care for our neighbors, regardless of their political affiliation? What are we looking for? When we look for a specific type of Jesus, we will begin to question if Jesus is the Messiah He says He is. When we have our expectations and they're not being met, we think that that's who Jesus is supposed to be. We will question if he really is the Messiah. We need to be looking to acts of mercy. We need to look in the ways we find people restored and free, in generosity and love toward our neighbors, in the places where resurrection is happening. This Advent season is about expectations. But what are we expecting? Are we expecting a Jesus who fits our mold? Who's going to say, I got your needs, we're going to take care of them. I got your wants, we're going to take care of them. Or are we expecting to be his hands, his feet in a world that's hurting? Are we going to reach out and love our neighbors as much as we love ourselves? How can we repent of the ways we have constructed a certain view of who Jesus is? How can we ask for the eyes to see who Jesus really is and who he is calling us to be? How can we remove distractions in our lives so that we can see mercy and grace and restoration in this world? And see it not as a disappointment, but as a fulfillment of the Messiah in our midst. We are not far removed from John's questions. Many of us sit in dark rooms questioning. Where are you? Why aren't you here? And too many times it's because we have an image of what he's supposed to be and what he's supposed to be doing based on our worldly views. It's okay to have questions. It is. But know that if you're going to ask the question, be willing to hear his answer. Asking the question is not bad. Jesus didn't reject John's questions, and he doesn't reject ours. But we often need to acknowledge that the more we know, the more we don't know. Our certainty about who Jesus is sometimes robs us of our ability to learn and embrace who Jesus is trying to show us to be. This Advent, we need to take time to acknowledge the ways our ground has been shaken. On those days when we're sitting there and it just seems wrong, and you doubt and you wonder, Jesus, where are you? Listen for his response, because Jesus is sitting there. He's holding your hand in your heart and letting your head rest in his lap. We need to learn to have new expectations. To expect that maybe God is doing a new thing in a way we could never have thought or imagined. May we seek to be open to the questions that lead us to a new openness with trust in who the Messiah is. It's funny, I'm looking at this, that it was 10 slides and 6 pages. But it's there. It's early, folks. But you know what? It's okay. That's right. Because the question still stands. respond in this time? What questions do you have that you have a preconceived idea about? But if you sat back and dumped that preconceived notion and said, God, just tell me, show me, lead me, and listen for him. He's begging to tell you. I worried that I didn't have this down and didn't get it. I was up till 2:30 this morning trying to figure it out. And as I sat here reading it, it hits me good. It's simple. It's not about me doing it right here. It's about Jesus doing it right here for all of us. Amen. There has to come a point that you give up your thoughts, your impressions, your misconception of who and what Jesus is. Jesus came in human form, something he didn't have to do. He took a punishment for each of us. He didn't have to do it. If Jesus had come to this earth and played the strong man, took all the bad guys out of power, it's possible he could have been a footnote in a history book. But he didn't. He came to give us a counterculture experience. That he came for everybody, not just a few. Amen. He gives us the ability to make a decision. He gives us the right to ask questions. But once you ask the question, don't answer it for him. Give him the chance to tell you. And the only way he can do that is when we shut up. And I'm not real good at that. I've told you that. So the question is, when you have questions, can you just ask them and wait for him to answer them? He will. And I gotta be honest, there's going to be times where we're not going to like the answer because it doesn't fit our preconceived ideas. And it comes outside our comfort zone. And we're going to have to talk to somebody that's, guess what, different. But we're all different. Look around the middle. If it weren't for this building and for our great and wonderful God, most of us wouldn't know the other people in the room. But through the power of Jesus Christ, we come together as a family. Stronger than we ever could be out there on our own. Let us pray.